Stand by for news.
Welcome to our winter broadcast of Loboe News Nation. Even though the calendar says it's still winter, everyone has spring fever.
And for many in LaMoure, spring baseball brings up memories of a longtime teacher and coach, Gerald Haugen.
Addie Waldy and Ivy Jacobson pay tribute to Mr. Haugen, a LaMoure legend who left a legacy.
This is
Ivy Jacobson
and Addie Waldy. Our video is about the beloved Mr. Gerald Haugen.
Mr. Haugen sadly passed away January 12th, just a few months before his favorite season, baseball season.
In this video, we interview a friend and co-worker of Haugen, principal of LaMoure High School, Lucas Isaacson.
We also talked to one of Haugen's baseball players he coached for 8 years, Jacody Lewis. Jacody shared with us his favorite memories and what he would miss most about Haugen.
I'm Addie Waldy interviewing Mr. Isaacson, principal of LaMoure High School, about Mr. Haugen. Mr. Isaacson, how did he impact the school?
You know, Mr. Haugen was here for 40 years, his whole life. He lived in LaMoure, and he was kind of the ultimate Loboe, as I've heard him be referred to quite often. And you know, he was a great person to have around. Kids loved him, and I think his impact will be for many years to come. He was a great man and the ultimate Loboe.
Welcome back to Studio 76. I'm Addie Waldy, and today I'm here with Jacody Lewis. Mr. Haugen was his baseball coach for 8 years. Jacody, how did Mr. Haugen impact your life?
Well, like you said, he was my baseball coach for 8 years around. Basically, he just taught me how to play baseball from the ground up. He's probably, or not probably, he is the reason I love the game so much the way I do today. And he just always strived for us to do our best and play our best, and taught us a lot of life lessons as we went on too, because at the end of the day, baseball was just a game, but life was forever. So he made sure to teach us life lessons that we would remember forever, even when we weren't playing baseball.
And what was your favorite memory of Mr. Haugen?
Well, I have a few favorite memories, but one of them was when we were at state baseball in 2021 in Jamestown. We were playing Langdon in the state championship, and I think it was after the game we wanted to eat at IDK Bar and Grill, and Haugen was just not having it. He wanted to eat at Pizza Ranch, and Gage Dunn got in his face saying, "They want to eat at IDK, let's eat at IDK." And Haug was about ready to send Gage home, and it was just a funny experience all around. And then another one was he wasn't afraid to speak his mind a lot. When coaches got in his face saying that our chatter was too loud or it was inappropriate, he just told them to get real, it's baseball. And then just him flying around on the mower and the dragger every day, getting ready for games in the summer.
This is Addie Waldy and Ivy Jacobson signing off.
Spring baseball often gets people excited about summer too.
To some, baseball means barbecues and bonfires.
And now everyone can get excited about swimming again with a new pool in the works.
Brooklyn Braun and Sydney Hyde report on the progress of the pool.
The LaMoure community is getting a new pool. Stay tuned to discover the exciting details, features, and timeline of this project.
Why are you guys deciding to make a new pool?
Well, the topic of a new pool has been on the horizon for LaMoure for a long time. Even before our old pool quit serving its needs, or the community's needs, people had been talking about a new pool. But in the summer of 2021, so post-COVID disaster, supply chains, no one's working, a muskrat got into the pool over the winter and it tore a huge hole in the liner. And we were very ambitious and we thought we were gonna fix it.
We were going to fix it.
So because a new liner was going to be over $100,000 and we couldn't get it until the next season. So we thought, well, we're gonna give it a go. We tore out the old liner and pumped out all the murky, leaf, yucky, algae water in the bottom of the pool.
Dead animals floating in it.
And we crawled in there and tried to clean it out and put hydraulic cement in the cracks, and we were gonna put a coating on it and we were gonna make it work. But it didn't work.
Yeah, so after that happened, that's when we knew that the only option that we really had was to get rid of the old pool and start new. And that summer is when we started the demolition of the old pool.
Can you tell us a little bit more details about the look of the pool?
So the pool is going to be a long rectangle with a little bit of an L out that juts out the other end. So it's gonna be 40 feet across with 0 entry, like for little tots, accessibility. And it will go out to 9 feet deep for our diving platforms. We're going to have a smaller size slide with water pressure, and we're still choosing we're getting a big slide, we just haven't picked which one yet. The splash pad will be 30 by 30 and we'll have, I think, 12 or 15 spray features on it that will be connected to the pool. The bathhouse will all be connected in there. Very similar design to the old one, but we're also going to have big shade structures like those sail tents for all those moms and babysitters watching those kids at the pool to stay cool. So the total cost said and done of the pool, the splash pad, and the bathhouse is going to be $1,983,471.60.
How much more money do you still need to raise for the pool?
So far, the funds we have set aside for the pool are just over $400,000. We need to raise $615,000 to get all the things we want, but we're going to continue fundraising as much as we can to try to reduce the amount of money we have to borrow to finish construction.
Have you faced any challenges in putting the pool together?
I think the biggest challenge that we faced was immediately after that summer of 21 when we were looking at, okay, we got to start over. The costs were astronomical. The first kind of estimate that we got from a company was $4 million. I think that really was the biggest thing, was to find someone who could build our pool at a reasonable price. And I would say that's been the biggest obstacle in building the pool.
How hard has it been to raise money for the pool?
It actually, it's kind of been a long story because, when we lost the pool in the summer of 2021, people started giving us donations without us even asking. There's so many people that it takes to make this project happen. I'm sure a lot of people don't realize this. Yes, we have the park board, and that's made up of Hope, myself, Carly Rott, Katie Kramer, and Sally Hager, and then Judy Watkins is our secretary-treasurer. So that core group, of course, is working on this project together. But in addition, the support from Clint Hogarth, our mayor, the city council, specifically, Stu Good and Greg Peterson have been working constantly on helping us fundraise. Our auditor, Gina Haugen, so many other people that are on the fundraising committee. Age from Bank North has been helping us figure out our financials and how we can get bonds and what we need to do for loans. So there's so many people that it takes to make this project happen.
This is Sydney Hyde and Brooklyn Braun signing off.
One word that we all know how to spell is summer.
Speaking of spelling, our school just had its annual spelling bee.
Bailey Kelly, Nick Meisch, and Savannah Steffes went in depth on the spelling bee for our final story.
These bees are ready for a test, but it's not just any test. It's the LaMoure Public School annual spelling bee.
We got to sit down with a former 7-time spelling bee champion.
Today we are here with a former winner, Nick Meisch. So, how did you used to prepare for the spelling bee?
My mom and I used to stay up every night, and she would quiz me on all the 100 words every night until I got them all right.
Do you think it has helped you in the long run?
Yeah, I think it's helped me just in everyday life and also writing papers in English class at a more advanced level.
How many times have you won the spelling bee?
I think I've won 7 times. I remember getting second one time, and then I won in the spell off, and then I went to the county spelling bee, which I won that, and I went to state that year.
I like going to the county spelling bee and the state spelling bee.
The county spelling bee was cool because you got to the courthouse and you got to sit up in the jury area, and then there was a written part, which I liked, and then there was an oral part, which I hated, but it still worked out. The state was cool. It was big. There was a lot of people there. I didn't do too well on that one, but it was still fun.
We took a trip down to elementary to get a teacher's perspective on the spelling bee.
I've been administering the spelling bee test to all of the grades that I've taught except for kindergarten. So I did in 1st grade, 3rd grade, and in 6th grade. I've noticed that there are some natural born spellers, kids that it just comes very easily to. There are some that it just doesn't click like others do. And some that are able to use the VOAC and phonics skills to try and get more of the words right if they're not the natural born speller. I think spelling is an important thing to know how to do for when you're doing reports, when you are in high school filling out applications for scholarships and for colleges, and then resumes for schools. I am not a natural born speller. It did not come easy to me, but I know the skills and the tricks to look up words or to sound words out to become a good speller. And so I think also knowing those with spelling can help you, especially in your high school and college career. Some of the strategies that I have used or I have tried to help my students use are the VOAC rules that we learn for our phonics. And if there's any other little tricks with a saying to help get them. I like to use songs or rhythm and rhyme to remember how to spell tricky words as well.
When the spelling bee awards were over, we got the chance to talk to one of the 2nd grade winners.
Do you like spelling?
Kinda.
What was the hardest word you had to spell?
Well, maybe forever.
Forever? Do you know how to spell that?
Yes, but I was thinking I was going to get it wrong.
Oh, yeah?
It's F-O-R-E-V-E-R.
Thank you for tuning into our broadcast for the 3rd quarter. Be sure to check out our next broadcast as we bring you the sights and highlights from our junior class trip to Washington, D.C.
What?